Hello and good morning to all the students. So we are back here again with one more new video. So in this video I am going to talk about the laboratory test of alcohols and phenols. You can give the heading lab test for alcohols and phenols. Right? So as per our new syllabus, that means the syllabus which has been reduced by the board, this is not included, but let me tell you my dear students, I am going to take this particular lab test because it is very important as far as your practical chemistry is concerned, right? Because in the practical chemistry also we have the detection of alcohols in the functional group. So when we do the detection of the functional group, we are supposed to do the lab test, right? So for this purpose this test will be required, right? Okay, so let's talk about the test. So in this test we are going to learn first about the litmus paper test. Litmus paper, right? So my dear students, you all have come across the litmus paper since your 7th 8th standard. From whenever you go in the chemistry lab, you come across the litmus paper. But what exactly is this litmus paper? Do you know what this litmus paper is? This litmus paper is one kind of a pH paper. One kind of a pH paper. Right? Now what is the pH paper? What is the use of a pH paper? See, by using the pH paper, we can identify whether the compound is an acid, whether it is a neutral, or whether it is a base. Right? So in short, I will explain you. This is our pH scale. In this pH scale, in the between we have a 0. The 0 has the compound as a neutral. Then we have a value 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. Up to 6 all are acidic in a nature. 0 has a neutral nature. Then 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 and 14. Till 14 we have this pH scale. So here you all know that this is basic in nature. Basic in nature, right? So this is the pH scale. Now what is the meaning of pH? pH is nothing but the hydrogen ion concentration. Hydrogen ion concentration is called as the pH, right? So we need to study what is the use of a litmus paper on alcohols and on phenols, right? Now how does this indicate whether the particular compound is acid or a base? So here I will tell you one rule. You have to remember that rule first, right? So what is the rule? See, blue litmus paper turns red in acidic condition. Blue litmus paper turns red in the acidic condition. This is rule number 1. Rule number 2, red turns blue in the basic or alkaline condition. In the basic or alkaline condition. Right? So this is what you need to remember about the particular litmus paper test. So two litmus papers are there, blue litmus, red litmus. Blue, if blue turns red, it will be a acidic condition. If red turns blue, it will be a basic or a alkaline condition. So you all need to remember about this. Okay, now let's quickly talk about this particular litmus test on the alcohols and phenols. See, alcohols and phenols behave differently to the litmus paper, right? So here if we take the aqueous solution, see I am talking about the aqueous solution. Aqueous solution मतलब जो solution हमने water में डाला है उसको हम लोग aqueous solution of alcohol, and if we take the aqueous solution of phenol, so this is phenol and this is alcohol. See, in both the conditions, in the aqueous ROH and in the aqueous AROH, we can see that the litmus paper will behave in a different way, right? See, as we all know, we had already studied in the acidic character of the alcohols and phenols that the aqueous condition of a alcohol behaves like a neutral. So what will happen here? It will never turn, they will neither turn litmus paper red or blue. अगर वो कंपाउंड न्यूट्रल होगा तो क्या होगा? It will never turn the litmus paper red or blue, right? So this is what is the aqueous condition of a alcohol. So now let's talk about the aqueous condition of a phenol. हमको पता है कि aqueous condition of a phenol, acidic character हमने पढ़ा है. In what does it has told in the particular acidic character that this phenols in an aqueous condition, when the hydrogen is removed from the phenol, it gets converted into phenoxide ion. Now this phenoxide ion can be stabilized by the resonance. Right? This phenoxide ion can be stabilized by the resonance. That is why they are moderately acidic. What they are? Moderately acidic in a nature. Right? So you need to remember this. So when you remove one hydrogen from the phenol, it gets converted into phenoxide ion, and this phenoxide ion can be stabilized by the resonance, and due to the stability due to a resonance, they will be moderately acidic. So हम लोग यहाँ पे लिखेंगे they are moderately acidic. Right? So if they are moderately acidic, what will happen? Acidic condition में क्या होता है? I told you, they turn blue litmus paper to red. They turn blue litmus paper to red. Right? So this is what is the litmus paper test. Right? This is the first test under the laboratory test. See, what is a laboratory test? Laboratory test is nothing but the test used for the detection of the alcohols and phenols. Remember, this particular part is also there in your practical chemistry. A very, very important part in the practical functional group detection. So we are going to learn in the functional group detection. Even though if it might not be there in your syllabus, it is there in your practical chemistry, so it becomes important, right? Okay, so now let's go further. Let's take the second reaction under the laboratory test. Reaction with bases. Reaction with bases. Right? अभी bases कौन से हो सकते हैं? NaOH, KOH, NaHCO3, that is sodium bicarbonate, right? So there are number of bases are there. We can use the bases for the reaction, but here specifically we are going to use the NaOH and NaHCO3, that is the sodium bicarbonate, for the reaction. This is a very, very strong base, right? We are talking about the aqueous base. Remember the aqueous condition. Right? So here let's talk about the reaction with the bases. So first we will talk about the phenols. You can note it down. Give the heading phenols. So in the case of a phenols, the acidic strength of phenol is very less. The acidic strength of a phenol is very less. So phenols cannot react with the NaHCO3, that is the sodium bicarbonate, but they react with the alkali, that is the NaOH. Right? So here I can show you the reaction. AROH reacts with NaHCO3 aqueous. It does not give any reaction, no reaction. Right? So it does not give any reaction. Right? Then second reaction, AROH plus NaOH in a aqueous condition. See, again I am telling you, we are talking about the aqueous condition, right? What is the name of this compound? Sodium hydroxide. The other name of this compound is caustic soda. Isko yaad rakho, caustic soda. Then it gets converted into ArO minus Na plus, right? So this becomes the sodium phenoxide. Sodium phenoxide ion is formed in this case, right? So phenol dissolves in the aqueous NaOH to form a water soluble sodium phenoxide and regenerated on acidification with HCl. अगर इसको हम लोग HCl के ऊपर डालेंगे, when we treat this with the HCl, what will happen? It will get regenerated. See, this is also aqueous condition. It will get regenerated. That means the phenol will be formed again plus NaCl in a aqueous medium, right? So this is how the particular reaction is. See, in the first case with the NaHCO3, it will give no reaction. But in the second case, ArOH reacts with NaOH aqueous, that will get converted into sodium phenoxide, and this sodium phenoxide, when treated with the aqueous HCl, it will get regenerated. Regenerated matlab फिर से occur होगा. So ArOH will be occurred again and NaCl will be given out. So this is the reaction with the phenol. Now let's talk about the reaction with the alcohols. You can give the heading alcohols. So alcohol has no acidic character in the aqueous solution. हमने ये पढ़ा है acidic character of alcohols and phenols में कि aqueous condition में alcohol behaves like a neutral. It does not have any kind of a acidic condition, right? So alcohol has no acidic character in the aqueous solution. Thus alcohol do not react with either NaHCO3 or aqueous NaOH. Right? So you can note it down here. Alcohol has neutral nature in aqueous condition. Thus, alcohols do not react with aqueous NaHCO3 and aqueous NaOH, right? But this kind of a alcohol reacts with the active metals like sodium and potassium to give sodium alkoxide and potassium alkoxide. See, this alcohol reacts with the active metals like sodium and potassium to give sodium alkoxide and potassium alkoxide, right? So let's see the reaction. So this is the reaction. 2 moles of alcohols react with the 2 moles of Na. It gets converted into 2RO minus Na plus H2. Hydrogen is given out, right? So this is the reaction with the active metals like sodium and potassium. So see, liberation of this H2 gas is used to detect the presence of a OH group, right? Liberation of this H2 gas is used to detect the presence of the hydroxyl OH group. Okay, now we are going to talk about the third test. In the third test, characteristics of phenols. So we are going to do the characteristic test of phenols. Phenol reacts with the neutral ferric chloride solution to give a deep purple, violet, green colorization of a ferric phenoxide. You can note it down. Phenol reacts with neutral ferric chloride solution to give deep purple purple, violet and green color of ferric phenoxide, right? So you all can note it down. Characteristic test for phenols. Phenols react with the neutral ferric chloride solution to give a deep purple, violet, green color of the ferric phenoxide. So let's see the reaction. 3 moles of ArOH plus FeCl3 gives ArO thrice Fe plus 3 moles of HCl. So this is the reaction. The name of this compound is ferric phenoxide, and this ferric phenoxide has a deep colorization. Deep colorization. It may be either purple, it may be either violet, or it may be either green in a. Okay, now let's go for the fourth test. That is the distinguishing test for alcohols, राइट? जैसे हमने कैरेक्टरिस्टिक टेस्ट फॉर फिनॉल्स देखा था, वैसे ही हम लोग डिस्टिंग्विशिंग टेस्ट फॉर अल्कोहल्स देखेंगे. सो बाय यूजिंग दिस टेस्ट वी कैन क्लासिफाई द अल्कोहल्स. आई टोल्ड यू द नेम ऑफ अ वन reagent. The reagent was Lucas reagent. Reagent was Lucas reagent, right? So this Lucas reagent, what is this? Combination of anhydrous ZnCl2 plus concentrated HCl is called as the Lucas reagent. By using this Lucas reagent, we can classify the alcohols. How we can classify them? We can classify them into 3 categories. That is the primary alcohols, then secondary alcohols, and then finally tertiary alcohols. Tertiary alcohols, right? तो हम लोग Lucas reagent का use करेंगे to classify the alcohols into 3 types: primary alcohol, secondary alcohol, and tertiary alcohol, right? So let's see how we are going to. So here in this case, we are going to see the reaction ROH in presence of concentrated HCl and ZnCl2. We can see that the RCl alkyl chloride is formed, right? This is alcohols. So this is the reaction when you treat the concentrated HCl ZnCl2 Lucas reagent with the alcohols. You will get the alkyl chloride. So this reaction we had already seen in the halogen derivatives of alkanes, right? In your textbook it is not given in the alcohol, phenols and ethers. They have told you to refer it to the chapter halogen derivatives of alkanes, right? So here in this case you can see that the alkyl chloride is formed. Now here, how to understand whether it is a primary alcohol, secondary alcohol? See, we are not here to understand how alkyl chloride is formed. We are not interested in this. We are interested in this Lucas reagent, right? Now see how to classify the alcohols. If the Lucas reagent turn turbidity, it is a tertiary alcohol, right? If it turns turbid, if the Lucas reagent turns turbidity spontaneously, then we say that they are tertiary alcohol. They are tertiary alcohol. See, if the Lucas reagent turns turbidity spontaneously, then it is said to be a tertiary alcohol. If the Lucas reagent turns turbidity slowly, then it is said to be a secondary alcohol. It is said to be a secondary alcohol. And if the Lucas reagent turns into turbidity on heating, then it is a primary alcohol. देखो फिर से हम लोग रिवाइज करेंगे इस पॉइंट को. इफ द टर्बिडिटी, व्हेन यू ऐड अ Lucas reagent to this, if the color becomes turbid color spontaneously, then it is a tertiary alcohol. if the Lucas reagent when added to this alcohol, if it turns turbidity slowly, then it is a secondary alcohol. And if it does not turn turbidity, then it is said to be a primary alcohol. That means it can be turned into turbidity only by heating. That is said to be the classification of the distinguishing test for the alcohols by using the Lucas reagent.